I'm gaining weight. Now, bear with me, bear with me. Let me weave my tragic tale of how I found this out. I woke up this morning in a pretty awful mood, just like everyone does now and again. So I thought I'd probably better get out of the way of everyone in the house and everything like that. So I went in the back garden, got the lawn chair, and this is pretty important. The lawn chair is like, it's a metal stand with just a sheet going over it with a bit of support underneath. And so I laid on that for a bit out in the sun. And after a while I thought I'd better get up. I feel lazy. So I started getting up and the sheet just snapped through. Bad times, bad times. So I'm gaining weight. What am I going to do about it? Nothing. Now let me tell you why it really broke. It's been kept in the shed for so long because in Britain we have rain for months on end. You just don't use sun chairs and things like that for all that time. They just get put away for all that time. So the damp gets to them and they rot away, literally. And the rats up the shed don't help. So it's rotten so much that apparently too much use of it just broke it, and we'll have to get a new one or something, maybe. That was very exciting, that was. Scared me shitless, I'll be honest. How are we going to beat that? Endearing story. I have a so amazing story. I think my Phoenix Wright progress might just about do that, maybe. I've made it to case 3 of the first game of Phoenix Wright. And it is, compared to the other two, there's not much overall arcing story to it. You're just going around this like film studio trying to figure out why the hero in the film killed the villain of the film outside the film. The real actor killed the real actor. Trying to figure out why and if he really did it at all. I've only done the first investigation, had a look around the film production studios and found a few clues and stuff. What I'm going to do tonight now is play the actual trial part, and I'm assuming as well that there'll be another investigation and another trial part before the end of this case. It's not the most exciting one I've ever done. It's called Turnabout Samurai. Samurai? So I'm looking forward to that. I love the trial parts a lot more than the investigations, but you do need the investigations to sort of build up what's going on in the whole case, so you know it has to be done. So whilst that, I've been reading some more Azumanga Daioh, and that is this for people who haven't seen the videos before. I know I talk about it in every video since I've had it, but right now I'm like about two-thirds of the way through the book. Because in manga, I'm sure some of you will already know this, you read from the back of the book to the front, and the cover, and the blurb on the front. So yeah, about two-thirds of the way through. Anyway. And they're now in their third year of school out of the 3, and it is going to be such a sad ending. I can remember the anime ending so well. Right now they're only in January though, so it's ages and ages to go yet. So glad I got it, and I do still recommend it. Still on the 3rd volume, even if they're in the 3rd year. There's still another volume to go after the 3rd one. Yeah, what else have we got? Oh, E3 is starting next week, and I so hope Nintendo can pull everything out of the bag while Sony and Microsoft are sort of competing for the same console spot. Because Microsoft have got a lot of catching up to do from all the crap they've been saying they've made their console into. A lot of people like the Xbox One, but there's so many bad features already before it's even been brought out. The constant use of Connect 2, I think that's the name of it. And the once a day sort of online update thing. That's awful. as well as the fact that you still need to subscribe to play online and things like that. It's just Microsoft being money-grabbing, greedy twats. Not that I hate Microsoft, because my laptop is a Microsoft, but is a Windows. Whatever you want to say. But you know, everyone knows what they're like. And yeah, Sony will be then trying to take the advantage by making sure they are the hard-hitting console for this generation coming up, while Nintendo have the whole of the casual audience to themselves. So they're going to do really well once again, even though Microsoft are going to try and make their Xbox One into both a casual and a hardcore console. It's just not going to happen. You can't really have both, unfortunately. And the parents will see the Wii U as the children-friendly console, family-friendly one. It's obvious who's going to win between those two anyway, between Xbox One and Wii U, in my opinion. And to do with E3, Nintendo are not actually having their own full-on conference as such, if that makes sense. They're having a streaming service where everyone can watch it all. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work. This is just what I've been told, but yeah. What else is it? Okay, I'm back, folks. Sorry about that. E3. What else is it to say? Sony are probably gonna try and take advantage of Microsoft's backtracking and trying to get the well-being back from their fans, and their old fans and new fans, hopefully. So Sony are gonna take advantage of that by going with a heavy hitter, a new IP that could be brilliant, or maybe bring back an old IP. That'd be especially good. I think Square are going to do especially well in this E3 if the surprise they're promising us is going to be Final Fantasy Versus, which everyone's been waiting for years. What was it, 5-6 years? I don't know. It might not be that long, but something like that. What other games have there been? But yeah, if it's not that, if it's Final Fantasy 15, that'll be brilliant. If it's Kingdom Hearts 3, everyone will love that. Square have got so many things coming that are going to be brilliant, and they're going to bring them out to their sort of dip right now, I think. Even though they've had some pretty successful things in terms of games that aren't really Square-ish. Does that make sense? Hitman, Tomb Raider, they aren't really Square-ish. They haven't got a feel about them that Square has. Square's always been a sort of RPG company. Even if they have had different genres and everything, which they have, but at least to me, they've been an RPG company. If that makes sense. With Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy. There've been others. I can't think. Vagrant Stories and other. Yeah, there's plenty of others. But Square could really clean up and raise their fans' expectations again. And it could be brilliant. It could be something really brilliant if they pull their socks up. What else? Oh. This is something I have to mention. Anyone who's seen my videos before will know I love chocolate and things like that. And that is these now. I am advertising for Maryland. Maryland, not really. Maryland gooeyes. I've only tried the normal Maryland gooeyes. These are triple chocolate ones, so it's going to be even better. What they are, they're just cookies. They have a hard outside, but once you bite into the middle, it's like runny chocolate, sort of like Nutella spread once it's melted a bit. Oh my god. I can't wait to try them, I honestly can't. There's quite a few of them in there as well. They're a bit more expensive than normal cookies, but for what they are like, is worth the extra tiny bit of money, you know. And finally, I think this is the last thing I was going to talk about today. Oracle of Seasons. Now, there's Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. They're both entirely different games, but they feel so similar that I'm guessing a lot of people will be confused and only buy one over the other, sort of like you'd buy Pokemon Red over Pokemon Blue, or the other way around. Or Pokemon Gold over Pokemon Silver, you know? They're similar games, but there's differences. But with the Zelda games, there's massive differences between the two. And if you get both, complete the one, you get a password. Complete the second one, say you complete oracles, get a password, complete ages, start ages with that password, and you get loads of little story differences throughout, and an added boss and stuff at the end. Well worth getting both, especially since the dungeons are entirely different, the world map is entirely different, the characters are entirely different. It's worth getting both. I hope I've put that across enough. I've said it a few times. But yeah, I've made it to the end of the second dungeon now, on Oracle of Seasons. And I have the power ring. Is it called a power ring or a power? It's not a glove. It's like a bracelet, a power bracelet maybe. I got that from the second dungeon, and I can change the weather only to winter right now. I'm waiting for somebody else I know to play a bit more so that I can help him through the game if he gets stuck. Not because he will get stuck, not because I think that at all, but I don't know. It's just something to do. It's something to make this playthrough a bit different from every other one I've done. Anyways, this has been Greeny XI. I hope you've enjoyed. I will be making a video every time I think there's something worth making a video about. Enough content to fill a video about. And that's why this one's been like 3 days instead of 1 or 2. There hasn't been enough to talk about at all. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed, I really do. I'll see you again in a bit.